In this video, I'm going to tell you how to get your black tank unplugged. Number one tool that you must have to get your black tank unstuck. Number one tool, right here. Piece of PEX. 1/2-inch PEX. 5 foot works, 6 foot's better, 7 foot's even better, depending on how big your black tank is. But it'll work every time. And if you just, the PEX pipe and water will work, but even to get it done faster, you can use get a piece of this PEX fitting. It's 1/2-inch thread, 1/2-inch PEX, or even better yet, a female hose adapter to PEX, 1/2-inch PEX. This one isn't the 1/2-inch PEX, it's the 1/2-inch hose. But if you heat the PEX up, you can still get it on. That way you can hook your hose up to this, and I'll show you what you're gonna do. So here you can take your 1/2-inch PEX to your thread, you can put it in there, and then you can either do this with a shark bite, then you don't have to have any tools, or you put a crimp on there and crimp it on. So, but you need to crimp it so it doesn't go blowing off, okay? Because then you're going to unhook your shower hose and you'll stick your shower hose onto here. I'll show you. Alright, here's what you do. You take your PEX 1/2 to 1/2, crimp it on your end. And take your shower nozzle, unscrew it, take that off, and a lot of times you just take this, point it in your toilet, and just keep pouring water in, but you better watch out your O-ring. Don't drop your O-ring in there. But this works really good. This way, I mean, it works every time. So put your nozzle together, and then just stick this down your toilet. And you want to work it. You want to work this thing all up and down in your toilet. Get it way down in there, and just, back and forth, and you're trying to move stuff around. Move it all around and get it full of water. Biggest reason why black tank gets stuck is because there's not enough water being used. Okay, that's one way. Another way, you can use this just straight. Just stick it down the hole in your toilet and work it. Fill it up with water. Just fill it up till you can see the water looking down the hole. Stop, shut the water off, put your pipe down there, and just work it around. Just keep working it around, and eventually that water will soak in. Fill it up some more. Keep working it. Keep doing it. Keep your tank shut. Keep your gate valve closed. And just keep working it. Alright, the best way to do it is to get a hose right here. It's, so you can hook a hose up to it. This is for a 1/2-inch hose. It's not for a 1/2-inch PEX. I couldn't find one. So it's a little bit bigger than your PEX. It's a little larger than your PEX. So with a heat gun, a torch, whatever you got, just heat it up a little bit. You're not trying to melt it, but you want to warm it up, kind of make it a little more pliable. And stick it in there. Alright, that's good enough. It's not going to go anywhere. You can put a clamp on it. Put you like a hose clamp on it and tighten it down. But there you go. 5 foot, 7 foot is better, 6 foot's better. 5 foot, just a little bit short, but you can do it. But if you have a piece of if you have your hose hooked to this, no big deal. 5 foot will work. And that's right. You know, I'll cut this, pull it out, use it in the next one. Because when I'm done with it, I throw this away. I don't save them. There you go. Right there. Hook your garden hose to it. The reason why the hose is the best is because you get so much more pressure coming straight through the hose than you do the shower. The shower you get, I mean, it flows, but it's a lot faster if you use the hose, the main water line. Okay, after you've worked the PEX in your black tank through the toilet and the water level doesn't want to go down anymore, this could take like a half an hour. It depends on how if you're using a garden hose hooked to the PEX, it won't take as long. But it takes some time for it to get water all soaked in. But when the water level won't go down anymore, that's when to go ahead and open up the black tank and let it drain. It should drain. Okay, to sum it up, the main reason a black tank's plug is because there's not enough water being used. A house toilet uses like, what is it, 1.2, 1.5 gallons. So about 1.5 gallons per flush. And most of the time, we don't use that much water, especially when you're boondocking. But that's when you're gonna get plugged. And I've always noticed a difference staying at campgrounds and stuff. The campgrounds that have the worst water pressure seems to I have more problems. But when they have really good water pressure, we don't have a problem. But that's the biggest thing is the water. So make sure you use enough water.